What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here with another new look rebuild. Only 5 of these left to do, and today we got ourselves the Cleveland Browns, which have a very interesting quarterback situation going on right now. So let's go ahead and jump in and do a new look Cleveland Browns rebuild in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 10,000 subs, so you want to help us reach that goal, that would be awesome. Unfortunately, for the rest of June and July, there will probably be only like 3 uploads a week. It's just the dead time of the season that there's really not a whole lot for me to record on as far as rebuilds are concerned. But obviously, once Madden 26 drops, we'll be back in full swing. So just keep that in mind. If you notice that the videos are slowing down a bit, it's simply because there's just not enough content in my mind for Madden 25 right now. We're in the dead of Madden 25 in the NFL in general. But with that all being said, let's go ahead and look at this Browns roster. So right now, this is what it looks like. We have Joe Flacco, we have Jerome Ford, Judkins, Jerry Jeudy, Deontay Johnson, Carter, you have Jedrick Willis, Botonio, Poaches, Jenkins, Conklin, Njoku, and Harold Fannin. So obviously the goal is to hopefully start Judkins right away. And then who is going to start at quarterback for the Browns? My gut is telling me it's going to end up being Kenny Pickett. Obviously, Watson, while he is on the roster. So, like, this team does roster 5 quarterbacks. It's mainly 4 guys. So, you have, obviously, Flacco. You have Gabriel. You have Kenny Pickett. And you have Shedeur Sanders, which is the wild card of this situation. So, I don't really know how this is going to turn out. And then they obviously traded down to draft Mason Graham. We have the Jaguars 2026 first. That will be interesting. There is talent in this roster, no doubt. But who will start at quarterback is the main debate, I think, of this video. So let's go to, take a look at it. So, is it going to be Shedeur? Is it going to be Dylan Gabriel? My gut feeling, like I said, is telling me that it's going to be Kenny Pickett. So, first and foremost, Deshaun Watson will probably never play a snap for this team again if I had to guess. So, Kenny Pickett, I think, will be the starter, is my guess. And I think Shedeur, well, I don't know. I think Flacco would be the backup. I think Pickett starts this year. I think Gabriel and Shedeur, like, does Shedeur get cut before, the roster is finalized? That is an interesting question. Obviously, he fell in the draft for whatever reason it was. So, I don't know. It's weird. I'm not going to start him out of the gate, although some people might want me to. I think realistically speaking, I do think it's going to be Kenny Pickett for some reason. But it's a long ways from now, so who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it is Shedeur. Maybe it's Dylan Gabriel. Maybe they start Flacco. Let's go ahead, simulate to the playoffs, and let's see how this team does. Not really expecting this team to make the playoffs with Kenny Pickett starting, but we'll see. So kind of as I anticipated, we ended up finishing at 6-11, and we were not a good team, so we're not in the playoffs, which is not surprising. The Browns don't feel like a team that will be in the playoffs, if I had to guess. I mean, like I said, there's talent. You got like Myles Garrett, you have Mason Graham now, you still have Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome. So I don't know. It's kind of an interesting roster, and kind of depending on what route they take, we'll see. But Kenny Pickett, 23-14. You had 5 touchdowns from the rook and also almost 1,000. Deontay, Jerry Jeudy. Like, Jerry Jeudy wasn't even close to what he was able to do last year. And then, yeah, so not a whole lot to be impressed with on the offense. Myles Garrett only had 7.5 sacks after he just got his new extension. That's horrible as well. So, yeah, overall, playbook changes probably need to be made. And just, in general, this team maybe just needs a little bit of a reset. So, do we, trade Denzel Ward? I mean, I don't think so, because they kept Myles Garrett, obviously. So I don't think this team is looking to reset anytime soon. I think they're looking to continue to retool. I mean, it's still possible they would trade Myles Garrett, but I don't think I'm going to. So I'm going to try to resign Tevin Jenkins. He says no. Jedrick Willis should be a little bit easier to get. I mean, he's 26 years old. He, says no as well. So far, nobody wants to come back. Baker probably let go. Probably let Deontay go. Yeah, so we're not going to resign anybody. So we only have $23 million in cap space. Obviously, we kind of know why that is the case. Deshaun Watson, I don't know why I said his name like that, but Deshaun Watson is the problem. So is there an out on his contract, or is that going to be something we can't do yet? Let's see. Not yet. So I think it's as soon as next year where there is an out on his salary that we will absolutely take. But, man, does he need to go bye-bye. So Flacco won't be resigned, so it's going to be basically Kenny Pickett, Shedeur, and Gabriel battling it out next year. And then you got Myles Garrett, Botonio. I mean, is there anybody else we want to cut to save some money? Probably not. I mean, I don't really anticipate us doing anything else. So the only other thing I can think to do is make trades and sell off some of our vets. But like I said, I think with this team having 2 first-round picks, I don't even know how good the Jaguars were. We might have 2 top picks for all we know. Did we just start Gabriel next year? That is an interesting debate. Judkins, and then you have Tillman, who I forgot about. He came down. He went down with like a brutal concussion last year, his rookie season. So we definitely need to retool the offensive line. Probably need another wide receiver as well, no doubt. Defensively, probably need a free safety. Graham Superstar X Factor, which is nice. Maybe we could use a better pass rusher opposite of Garrett. So yeah, I don't know, a lot to figure out, but it'll all be figured out in due time. So let's get into free agency and see if there's anything worth signing, or I'll just see you guys in the draft. So here we are on draft night, and I'm looking to see what pick we got from the Jaguars trade. So it'll be the 14th pick. So we got the 14th pick from the Mason Graham, Travis Hunter trade, which is nice. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do with that. So let's jump into this 2026 draft, shall we? And let's see what we can snag. So, I mean, I'm not looking for anything in particular at pick 7. Whatever falls to me, we will take a look at. So let's see. We have TJ Parker, Folk, Caleb Downs, Francis, Sertain Perkins, and Harold Perkins. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. So we got, Drew Allers on the board. We have Ruben Bain, which honestly, he could make a lot of sense. Put him opposite of Myles Garrett, and you got something really special brewing. So yeah, I think we're gonna do this. Our D line is about to be pretty disgusting. So we'll have Mason Graham, Myles Garrett, and then we add Ruben Bain to this equation as well. Yeah, sign me up for that. So Ruben Bain's gonna be our 6th overall, our 7th overall pick, 91 strength, hidden dev, 21 years old, no brainer in my opinion. And then honestly, if Anthony Hill is able to fall to us at 14, I think I'm going with him at pick 14. And I think he will be available. So I think we'll get our new middle linebacker as well, kind of be the man in the middle. We just lost Jerome Baker. So this to me feels like a no-brainer. Although we could take our tackle. We do need another wide receiver, but I'm going to continue to bolster this defense. We're going to go on Anthony Hill here to replace Jerome Baker. So yeah, feeling good about that. So now we have JOK Carson, who they drafted in round 2 last year. I don't know how to say his last name just yet. I have to look at it. And then obviously we have now Anthony Hill. So this defense is looking special. Okay, round 2, we need to go offensive line or wide receiver. We may not be able to get a wide receiver this offseason. So whoever starts a quarterback next year might be in a little bit of trouble. I think it has to be Dylan Gabriel because, as you guys know, if you're wondering why Dylan Gabriel is star dev, is because in every single video, I've given every single 2nd and 3rd round pick star dev, and he happened to have been drafted in round 3, as we all know. So he did get star dev. So I'm going to take Joe Brunner here to be an offensive lineman for us. We'll see where we play him. And then I'm going to hope we can get a wide receiver in round 3 or round 3, but I'm not sure how that's going to go. So we just got to take somebody because we need a body in the worst way possible at wide receiver. So we have Deion Burks, Deuce Robinson, Evan Stewart, Dane Key. I think I'm going to go in and take Evan Stewart. I mean, this would obviously be somebody who's familiar with Dylan Gabriel if Gabriel starts. So I'm pretty sure Evan Stewart went to Oregon, right? Yes. So 95 speed, hidden dev. So that gives us a guy to be excited about. I'm going to let the assistant GM take care of the other 3rd rounder because I don't even think I'm supposed to have it anyway. And I'll see you guys with the lineup going into year number. And now it is time for the best part of the video. We can cut Deshaun Watson to save $38 million in cap space. Please sign me up for that. He can go bye-bye, and I'm very happy to have let him go. So now we're about to get into the actual regular season. So once we load this draft class here in just a second as well, we'll kind of have our lineup. But our defense should be disgusting. We'll probably change the defensive playbook as well because I was quite disappointed by Myles Garrett's performance last year. 7.5 sacks is not what we paid you for. So we gotta be better in that department. Now, if we end up with a good pick here, we'll be able to maybe draft Jeremiah Smith or Ryan Williams, which would be awesome because we know our wide receiver core could use some work. You'd use some help. So we got Cornelius, Lucas, Brunner, Pochich, Wyatt Teller, Jack Conklin. We have Gabriel, who I guess is going to start a quarterback for us. Judkins. We have Jerry Jeudy, Evan Stewart, and Cedric Tillman. Not a bad wide receiver core, but it's obviously not great either. Defensively, this is where I'm really excited about this team. So as you can see, I'm also going to go ahead and move Ruben Bain to left end because I'm pretty sure both him and Myles Garrett are listed at right end. That way they're different opposite end rushers, which is going to be nice. But yeah, I cannot wait to see what Ruben Bain and Myles Garrett can do together. That should be pretty disgusting. So hopefully it works out well. And then so this is going to look good. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and change the defensive playbook. And I'll see you guys with the lineup going into, or I'll see you guys at the end of year 2, I should say, because you guys can obviously see what we're doing with the lineup. So at the end of the season, we ended up being much better at 8 and 9, but still did not make the playoffs. Now, I will say, I basically give us the best playbooks we could possibly have. KC's offense, Buffalo's defense. So, like, I'm not surprised to see improvement. I was kind of hoping to see the playoffs though, with those playbooks kind of, you know, being utilized, but unfortunately not meant to be. But still, 8-9 is I guess it's marginal improvement because we went 6-11 last year, so we've won 2 more games or whatever. But hey, improvement's improvement, right? So we can't be too mad at it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats to see how much better we were on both sides. So offensively, much better, 60 in the NFL with Dylan Gabriel starting. On the defensive side of football, we are 4th in the NFL, which is what I kind of expect for this defense that we have now. So 33 and 15 from Gabriel. I think Gabriel is probably locked up the starting quarterback spot with that in his rookie. Well, it wasn't his rookie season, obviously, but basically his rookie season starting. 3 touchdowns, 854 yards from Judkins. I mean, maybe he never turns anything special for this offense, so maybe we'd go after a new quarterback. We had Thrash, we had Tillman, we had Judy. Evan Stewart didn't play that much, unfortunately, this season, but in due time he will. And then Ruben Bain and Myles Garrett. This is what I wanted. And then Mason Graham, 8. Yeah, our D-line was disgusting. They absolutely wreaked havoc, which is what we wanted to see. So yeah, I feel really good about our defense going forward. Like, I think if we could just strengthen the offense, we might be able to convince ourselves of a Super Bowl contender. Maybe. Just saying. So Njoku, I am going to resign, obviously, because I want to keep him. We do have Harold Fannin, don't get me wrong, but Njoku is Superstar X Factor. We're going to franchise tag because tight ends aren't that expensive to franchise tag. Now, Greg Newsome I want to keep as well, but I do know I'm going to have to give him quite a bit of money. But at this point, like, Newsome and Ward have been in trade rumors forever, but where we're headed now, I want to keep this defense as good as we possibly can. So Emerson, Ward, and Greg Newsome, like, all guys want to keep around. Teller has regressed a little bit, so we need to vent this offensive line, and we do need a better free safety, not to mention as well. So I think we're gonna let Kenny Pickett go and give I guess Shedeur Sanders that backup quarterback role. I kind of feel bad for not utilizing Shedeur Sanders in this video, but I mean, he went round 5, and just his overall just doesn't justify me just giving him a spot. Maybe in the future we could do a video where we start him regardless or something, but I don't know. You guys will have to let me know if you'd be interested in that. So to me, it's all about reinventing this offensive line, this wide receiver core, maybe a new running back as well. Defensively, we need a free safety. That's about it. Other than that, this defense is feeling pretty good. So as long as we get a free safety on this team and reinvent the offense, I mean, we should be in the playoffs next year, hopefully. So unfortunately for us, every free agent we've tried to offer on, none of them are interested in coming to Cleveland. So we're kind of in a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to trying to get free agents to come here, but going after Wyatt Teller again because I tried to go for Mekhi Becton. He had no interest in coming here. Same thing with Pacheco. He had no interest in coming here. So Geno Stone, Ryan Kelly, and Wyatt Teller is the 3 guys I'm hoping to acquire through some signings. So Geno Stone should still be his number 1 offer, and he will choose us. Okay, so we get the free safety address. We kind of addressed the offensive line a little bit. Could we have done better? Yes, but there wasn't a whole lot of good options either. I will go ahead and say that. And as far as wide receivers are concerned, we don't have that really either to look into. So I think my goal, we do need a tackle. I think my goal is to trade up in this draft and select one of those top wide receivers in the draft. Because if we add that, then you're talking about a damn good core. Defensively, we added what we needed here with Geno Stone. So he kind of completes what I like on this defense. We just need a tackle. We need a wide receiver. And again, I wanted a running back, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get one, unfortunately. Pacheco would have been our best bet. He had no interest in coming here. So I think we're basically stuck with what we have right now. But it isn't bad. So now let's go see if we can trade for one of the top picks in the draft. So where are we picking? I mean, I know we went 8-9, which honestly, now I think about it, we don't even have our draft pick. Or no, we do actually. Or it's 2027 that I don't have my first round pick because I traded it to get the Jaguars pick. But I guess we have a 2028. So whatever. So we're picking at 13. So at pick 13, who's drafting number 1 overall? Because I don't think I've drafted Jeremiah Smith in a video yet. And I kind of want to trade up for him. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off, but I want to. Let's see if we can get him. So we got the Falcons picking number 1. Interesting. So if I offer you 13 and let's say my second next year and my first in 2028, would you give me number 1? They do. Okay, simple enough. We get Jeremiah Smith on this team. So that addresses that problem with the wide receiver. So Jeremiah Smith will be taking number 1 overall, no doubt. And then hopefully in round 2, we could take a offensive tackle because that would be ideal. And then we should be good. And then maybe round 3, we can get a running back. Maybe like CJ Baxter, I think, if this is the right draft class I'm thinking of. But we know we're taking number 1 overall. And we could take Arch Manning as well. But I am fine with rolling Dylan Gabriel. I'm just going to go ahead and take Jeremiah Smith. Not even think twice about it. Where is Mr. Jeremiah Smith? I don't even see him right now, but we're going to find him. There he is. I don't know why he wouldn't show up earlier. Jeremiah Smith, welcome to the Cleveland Browns. We may have passed on Travis Hunter, but we are not passing on Jeremiah Smith to make that happen. So love that. And now let's go to second round, and let's even get our offensive tackle at pick 45 here in the second round. Okay, so Lucas Simmons goes. That would have been nice to have gotten him, but fortunately, okay, so offensive tackle may not be available for us here. There's a wide receiver. There is a running back in Peterson. What about, let's see, is there any? I mean, there's Charles Jag. I mean, he is somebody that could compete right away. So I'm going to go ahead and take him. So we're going to take Charles here in round 2. 86 true value, but hidden dev probably gives us a little bit of a better offensive lineman option over what we had at the right tackle right now. So I still feel good about it. And then round 3, if like Peterson's still on the board, which I doubt it, I think I might just jump on that. What else we got? Any other running back prospects worth taking, or are we just kind of not gonna have? I mean, we have Caleb Jackson and Chris Johnson. Do either one of you have hidden dev, Chris Johnson, or sorry, elite speed? Is this Chris Johnson's son? I don't know, but we're gonna take him. Hidden dev, 98 speed. Holy moly, you might get the start. I have no idea if he has any relation to CJ2K, but wouldn't surprise me if he did. So let's go ahead and get into the lineup for year number 3. So we go into this season with an 87 overall, with an 84 offense and a 91 defense. So this looks like it could be a really good team this year, especially if our defense is able to play as well as they did last year. And then now you have a better offensive line. We get Jeremiah Smith on this team, opposite Jerry Jeudy. We can start CJ 2K Jr., I guess. Again, I don't know if these actually related to Chris Johnson in real life, but yeah, this is looking good. And then defensively, we know how good we are on this side of the ball. Like, this was a good defense last year. I'm expecting similar things this year. If we are not in the playoffs this year, I will be massively disappointed. So we'll see how that goes. Jeremiah Smith, what is he playing right now? Slot receiver is going to Cedric Tillman. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Evan Stewart. And then Jeremiah Smith, we're going to throw at that wide receiver 1 spot, I guess. And we'll see what he can do with it. So I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3. And hopefully make it into the playoffs. Kind of anticipated we end up as a 12-5 team. So we had 7 interceptions from JOK at that linebacker spot, but I don't see like our edge rushers in the top, sacks department, which would have been nice to see, but hopefully still double-digit sacks for all of them, but we'll see. Offensively, 16 NFL. So again, Gabriel continues to be really good for us. And then defensively, again, we were a top 5 defense. So 48-6 from Dylan Gabriel. As far as rushing is concerned, I know the Chiefs playbook, I feel like they've run the ball more than they used to, but it's not doing a whole lot for us here. And then we had Njoku, Evan Stewart, Jeremiah Smith, all almost 1,000 yards. So Evan Stewart really came on with his former quarterback, which is nice. Sacks-wise, there it is. So yeah, you had 17 from Mbane, 15 from Garrett, and then 10.5 from Mason Graham, and 9 from Mike Hall. So really good stuff. 7 interceptions from JOK, 4 from Newsome, 2 from Anthony Hill, 2 from Dijon Johnson, 2 from Delpit, and 1 from Denzel Ward. Now, we do get to play our division rival, the Baltimore Ravens, in round 1. So I'm not really sure how that's going to go, but let's go find out for ourselves, shall we? The Lamar Jackson versus Mr. Dylan Gabriel. So we got a snowy day as well. That probably favors the Ravens more than it favors us, if I had to guess, because it seems like we get our offense through the air more than we do on the ground. But so far, we're up 14-7. We get the ball, and we're up 21-7. So good start to this game so far. Defense is playing phenomenal, only holding the Ravens to 7 points. They're going to score here, though. But it should be too late for them to do anything else. We're going to beat them by double digits, 28-14 victory. Offense showed up big time, and now we find ourselves in divisional already. So Ravens finished up 9-8, had no chance against us. Dylan Gabriel, see what he did. Wow, yeah. 94% completion percentage with 3 touchdowns, 205 yards. Love to see it. But now we get to play the Kansas City Chiefs. So we've gotten 2 of the toughest teams in the AFC so far. Obviously, Kansas City, and then we just had Baltimore. So we're at home here again, thankfully, though. So let's see if that helps us out at all. Not snowing this time around, which is good. It looked like we we're about to drive and score there, but we block a field goal, so we should have good field position. So far, we've done nothing, though. We have 49 seconds left in the second quarter. I think if we could score here, that would be really ideal. So let me see if I can come out here and put us up a touchdown, shall we? So I'm going to throw Jeremiah Smith on a go route downfield, and I'm going to give him a chance. Oh my God, I did not think he was going to get that open. I thought that safety was going to stick with them. I threw that with the anticipation of having to aggressive catch that, but I noticed halfway at the ball in the air that they just left him run free. So that's great. Okay, so we got a field goal from them before the half was over. Get a big stop here. Another blocked field goal. That's 2 in the game for us. Start from our own 8. Can we go? Wow, we're going to win 7-6. So if I didn't jump in and score that touchdown, who knows if we win this game. But defense has been phenomenal, man. They held the Ravens to 14 and the Chiefs to only 6. We blocked 2 field goals in this game entirely as well. And we are already in the AFC Championship game, which is just awesome. So we definitely need a better performance next game, though. So hopefully Gabriel and the Browns offense shows up way better next game. It's literally just the gauntlet of, elite AFC teams, if I could say that correctly. Now, I will say we don't have to play the Bills, so that's good at least. We get the Ravens, the Chiefs, and now the Bengals. So this is our fellow division rival, not to mention our fellow Ohio rival. So they did get Pacheco, so that kind of makes their team a little bit more scarier, but let's see how it goes. Obviously, as we all know in real life right now, the Bengals are just kind of weird. Like, they're not signing they're just trying to screw over their rookie. The Hendrickson thing has been going on for a long time now. It's just weird, man. But they're at 3-0, and they're going to ignore all that because they have a chance to get to the Super Bowl here, but we're going to make sure they don't get there. So or we're going to at least try anyway. But we're up 10-3, 13-3. Okay, so they're going to score here. So we have a 13-3 or 10-13 game. We have the ball back with 3 minutes left. So I'm going to see if we can't put this game away here. Can CJ just rip off a big run with his 98 speed? Oh my gosh, dude. Imagine I was able to get to the sideline. That would have been nasty. Okay, you know what? He also could just go on a wheel route, and maybe they'd leave him open because of how fast he is. I got to get rid of this ball, though. Thankfully, Gabriel's lefty there because that was really helpful in that situation. So 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. We move the ball. I still want to get CJ just a big run or a big lane because I just know this guy will absolutely rip it if we're able to get him a big lane. So give me a block. There it is. There it is. We're going to get a nice gain downfield, and we're getting closer and closer to putting this game away. Love that. We could take this to, obviously, the 2-minute warning. Okay. Let's think about this. I think we keep the ball on the ground. Let's do that. So we are also in Cleveland as well, not to mention. So at least we've been home this entire time. But we got a close battle right here. But I'm going to continue to ride Chris Johnson here to see if he can't put this game away for us. Blocks are there. Oh, my gosh. Nice. Breaks the tackle. And the Bengals are going to have to start wasting their timeout. So we're able to, so far, get some nice runs with CJ here. So I'm going to continue to rip it to the left here. Let's see. This time we may not go as far. We got a flag, too. So we got holding, I think, on the offense. Damn, okay. So that sucks. The holding offense, that's going to give the Bengals a little bit of a hope there because we were about to put this game away with a first down, and we were so close to having one. Now it's 1st and 19. I'm going to still run the ball here. They still have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. We have Judkins now on the field, which is fine. And that's going to just get us 1 yard. So, I don't know. Do I run the ball again? Oh, we're going to have Johnson back on the field now. Or do we? I'm going to run it one more time. And we're going to see what that can do. Oh, man. If 7 blocks for me there, we may have gotten a first down run. But unfortunately, not meant to be. Okay. So, I mean, we could use this. Do we keep the ball in the air? Or do we just run the ball and just waste as much clock as possible and kick our field goal? That is the interesting one. Is this the play where Tyreek Hill scored in the Super Bowl? I don't know why. I think it is, though. But I'm just going to go the conservative approach. We're just going to run the ball, waste as much clock as possible, and kick the field goal and hope our defense can hold up. So we're going to put on true clock, and that should, well, it's still going to give them quite a bit of time. A minute left for Joe Burrow is not something maybe I should have been okay with, but whatever. That's the approach we have taken. We'll roll with it. So a minute left in the game, 5 seconds. We'll kick our field goal now. I don't even know if I'm going to get the snap off. We're going to take a delay of game, which isn't good. And I'm also going to go ahead and kick it again. I'm not going to do anything crazy here. So let's just kick our field goal. We wasted as much clock as possible. We've made the kick a little bit harder, don't get me wrong, but we should still be able to knock it down. So let's go ahead, knock this bad boy in, and it'll make it a 10-16 game. Do we jump in on defense? I think we do. I don't do it very often, but this feels like a chance to jump in on defense and get the stop we're looking for. So let's just, I don't want to play cover 3. I want to play cover 4, honestly. So let's go cover 4 or deep zone. Yeah, let's go cover 4. Let's just be as conservative as possible and try to stop Joe Burrow from getting downfield with T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Obviously, easier said than done. Oh my gosh. Nope, we might get a sack. Oh, he's going to get rid of it. Okay. 49 seconds left. We had our, I forgot, we also get to sit back and watch our pass rushers absolutely go nuclear. We got a damn good elite pass rush. I mean, look at that. 3 superstar X Factors on the D line. Please get to him. He could throw it underneath. They could throw it underneath all they want. And he's going to get, ooh, I think he got bounced. 3rd-and-1. Okay. Nice play. No, they didn't. Wow. They called him down inside the lines. Oh my gosh. What a dangerous pass that Joe Burrow just threw. That's going to waste a lot of clock, though. You might have, oh, I'm not. Why did they, oh, I thought they ran it. He didn't get out of bounds, I don't think. No, he didn't. That's game. Wow. What a stupid, stupid possession. But you know what? I'm not complaining. We're going to win 16-10. They were throwing it way too short. And that's why we played cover 4, to let them just throw it underneath. And now we can go to the Super Bowl. And we're going to see if Dylan Gabriel can get a Super Bowl trophy for this Cleveland Browns team. It's going to be fun to see. It is now Super Bowl Sunday time. We get to play the San Francisco 49ers. So let's see how this bowl is about to go for us. So it looked like we had a couple sacks in that first drive, but they still were able to punt it away. And we're up 7-0. So that's a good start so far. And we're up 14-0. But the Niners could still get back in this game. I will not rule that possibility out. And they are going to, nope, they don't tie it. We go up 21-10. We do. They're going to score, and now we get to jump in and put this game away. All we need to do is get 1 first down. This game is over. That's all we need. That's all we need. So let's go ahead and do like we did against the Bengals and maybe be a little bit better this time. Let's not hold either. So I sold right there. I'm not going to lie. 2nd and 11. Okay, it's all good. I'm going to run it again, and this time we're just going to hit the hole. I tried to be too fancy there. We also could maybe throw them off and try to hit Jeremiah Smith downfield. We already did earlier, which was beautiful. But nope, we don't need it. Judkins, oh my gosh, I thought I was going to be able to take that to the end zone. That's going to be your ball game. That's all we needed. So I'm going to run it one more time for the hell of it. But the Niners just allowed an absolute, I'm trying to find the right word, but we just gutted them in the middle. Literally, that's all we had to do. So that's going to be game. I'm going to call their last time out, 2nd and 3. You know what? For the hell of it, I'm also going to just have no sportsmanship right now and just throw a damn touchdown on their head because I hate them. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm still going to try because why not? I mean, it's a 3-point game. What's the worst that can happen, right? Like, I could throw a pick 6, don't get me wrong. But I'm going to throw it to Jeremiah Smith. And I'm going to do that a couple more times because I didn't get to use Jeremiah Smith as much. This is the first time I've had him in a video, I think. I want to use him more. So we're going to throw it at him again a couple times. So, Smith, be ready because the ball is coming your way again. All right, we're going to go play action again. They know it's coming. I got to get rid of this ball as quick as possible. And still defense is, great defense. Okay, now we have to kick a field goal because we can't allow them to be able to tie it here. They have no timeouts, don't get me wrong, but still. I mean, I could have just nilled it. It would be funny if they scored in like 14 seconds. Like, I would absolutely deserve that pain. But I'm going to jump in and make sure they don't. Because if that were to happen, I'd be very upset with myself. So we're just going to go ahead and play, obviously, prevent defense. There's no need to play anything else. So as long as, this goes as planned, we are going to be a Super Bowl champion. So I'm going to try to get to Brock Purdy as well. I'm going to go wide. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I don't know what... Wow, the fact that Newsom... There's 1 second on the clock, guys. You guys know what happens next now. The fact that Newsom was able to tiptoe that, by the way, is actually really impressive. But I'm going to throw one more up to Jeremiah Smith, and we're going to see if we can't get a touchdown in the game. So, Jeremiah Smith, if you want to come out here, score, I'm going to give you every chance you possibly can to do that. He's going to be in press coverage. If that safety doesn't help, we have ourselves a touchdown. He is in help coverage, though. I'm still going to try to get it there. Oh, my gosh, that might be a dot. Jeremiah Smith. Did I need to do that? Absolutely not. But it's still fun nonetheless. Jeremiah Smith's a stud, man. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes once he's in the draft. But... What a dot by Dylan Gabriel, man. I think he was the right man for the job. He got us to the Super Bowl. Did we need to do that? Absolutely not. But it was still fun nonetheless. All right, guys. I'm going to end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm going to let you watch the Super Bowl celebration because what a fun banger of a video. Thank you all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.